Welcome to Millionaire Mindset, where we give you ways and advice to achieve financial freedom. Today we will talk about 10 ways poor people try to look wealthy. Watch out for these signs because if you think you or your friends are doing these, you should immediately change your lifestyle. But before going further into this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Press the notification bell so we will notify you whenever we upload a new video. And lastly, leave a comment below. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Number 1. There's less money in the bag than you paid for the bag. Stop asking your friends for expensive bags as gifts until you can afford to buy them yourselves. Sure, you have an Hermes Birkin bag worth over $10,000, but you have an unpaid utility bills for the past 3 months. Handbags and shoes are for females, while cars are for the guys. Not even because guys buy cars to impress girls, while girls ask for bags to impress other girls and signal that they're doing better than them. You shouldn't buy a luxury watch or a luxury bag unless you're worth over $1 million. If your balance sheet says you can't afford it, don't buy it. Number 2. They rent or borrow cars to go on dates. We understand that one should always try to punch above their class if they want to impress other people, but not to a point where one should be taking out short-term loans to rent out cars and pay for meals. You're basically lying at that point, and you should be ashamed. If your date pulled up in a Benz the first time you met, but he took an Uber the next time since his car is in the garage right now because he's doing some upgrades, that's a huge red flag right there. It's the same reason he doesn't allow you to touch any of the buttons in the car or gets mad if you open any compartments. That is because it's not his car. The notion that one spends money to impress people who otherwise wouldn't be impressed is like living on borrowed time. Eventually, it catches up to you. Do you know what's better than faking it till you make it? Actually making it. Number 3. Bad plastic surgery and fake tans. Never cheap out when getting a tattoo or plastic surgery because it's very obvious. Some people are strutting around with just horrible thickened lips. Some can't even close their mouth properly. It's the same thing with breast implants. No, it doesn't stop there. Fake tans are another status symbol the poor like to play. Getting an actual tan in the winter months requires you to fly to different sides of the world where you can still find the bright sun. Because that's too expensive. People just decided to spray paint their bodies walking around in what is borderline blackface. Number 4. They brag about money. Believe it or not, rich people don't like talking about money unless a business deal happens. Money is like the gas you put in a tank. You bring it up only when you're running low. You know what they say, poverty screams, wealth whispers. It is even considered annoying to bring up money in conversation in some wealthy people's circles. It's money. It's just there, no need to talk about it. If you have money, it's relevant how much you spend on anything. The fact that you're mentioning prices shows that this was a massive purchase for you. Think of it like this. Nobody says how much they paid for some chewing gum, right? Number 5. Name dropping. Name dropping is, by definition, deliberately mentioning someone famous even though it's not necessary or adds to the core of the point you're making. It's circumstantial or senseless flexing. These people never talk about the things they've done but instead try and use other people's clout to put themselves on a pedestal. They want credibility through association. They're leeches for others' fame and fortune. In our experience, these people are celebrity collectors. They would do anything to add your name to the list and then leverage your credibility somewhere else to get themselves access. You and everyone else are like a trophy that they like to throw around. The only appropriate time to name drop is if you're meeting someone new and the person you're about to name drop is a close mutual acquaintance or friend. Number 6. Your car is more expensive than your house. Have you noticed that rich people buy safer cars that go unnoticed while the pretenders do their best to stand out? Once again, peacocking. But this time, with dire financial consequences. Cars, very much like giant TVs, are not an investment. They're one of the worst expenses you can make from a financial perspective. Why do you buy an expensive cars when you're paying rent? If you keep up this lifestyle, it's just a matter of time before you will have to choose to live between your trashy apartment or your luxury car. And with gas prices going through the roof right now, we're pretty sure you would go for the first option. Number 7. They prioritize design over utility. Do you sense the overall theme here? Poor people are all about style over substance. Wealthy people value quality over design. That's precisely why most rich people appear to wear boring clothes. Most people wear expensive brands, but they don't buy flashy products targeted toward the poor and middle class because they don't want to be associated with them. As a rule of thumb, the least comfortable something is, the worse you will feel in it. And people can see comfort. Mark Zuckerberg always wears black or gray cotton shirts because it's comfortable, and he doesn't have to worry about what to wear every day. Number 8. They pretend entry-level brands are luxury brands. Pandora, Michael Kors, Coach, Tommy Hilfiger, and Hugo Boss are just the tip of the middle and lower class. These are all mid-range products targeted at the middle and lower class. They break as quickly as fast fashion products. Only you pay a bit more because you're trying to look more prosperous. Balenciaga got poor people paying $1,000 for mass-produced sneakers through status-focused marketing. The money they can barely afford. These brands leverage their name recognition to get you to pay more for generic products. And if you meet someone wealthy, they can immediately tell that you're only status signaling without adequately understanding the luxury market. Number 9. Cash. You didn't expect literal money to be a sign of poverty, but that's how the world works. People withdraw their rent or mortgage payment money and carry it around as if it's pocket change. Have you ever seen an actual rich person flex their stack of $1 bills on social media? No, right? That is because real rich people don't carry around cash in $1 bills. Just imagine if Jeff Bezos turned out to have all his wealth in cash. Can you imagine how many Benjamins those would be? So rich people store their money in banks, and all of their transactions are done digitally. It only happens in movies where the rich dad has a briefcase filled with money to give to those that kidnapped his daughter. A good rule of thumb is that if you can withdraw in cash all the money you have from the bank, you're not rich. You might not know this, but it can take up to a month or any bank to get you $10 million in cash or more. And there's a waiting period and procedures that need to happen. Not to mention you're going to pay a hefty withdrawal fee. Number 10. They overdress. Rich people dress appropriately. Poor people have no idea how to dress depending on different situations. Wealth comes with options and variety. Just because you've paid for a costly dress doesn't mean that you have to wear it at every event and occasion. You will only look like an idiot that has no fashion sense. The more you try to impress others, the quicker true wealth will dismiss you. That's our video for today. We hope you liked it. If you have similar stories, share them with us in the comment section below. We love to read about them. Join us again in Millionaire Mindset for another round of tips on achieving your financial freedom. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.